So another avenue would be trade. In order to get the type of talent the Browns are going to want, you probably got to give up something. Could you see them trading a cornerback? That's a guy that there's depth there. They like A.J. Green, who's the fourth.
The thing is, this is a good position to be in, obviously, where the Browns are. You have Denzel Ward, long-term commitment. Anybody's saying, oh, well, maybe you move Ward. Ward is a really, really difficult contract to move. There's a lot of factors there. The other thing for what he's being paid, the Browns understand that Denzel Ward a little bit undersized. There's going to be some missed time. Then you get to Greg Newsome, and this is where it's difficult between Greg Newsome and Martin Emerson. Obviously, both of these guys want to be the starting cornerback opposite Denzel Ward. But the way you look at it, Emerson's the biggest. He's the longest. He's the best tackler. He's feisty. I think Martin Emerson maybe created this issue this year due to his play his rookie year. I don't think anybody saw this coming this fast as far as the way Martin Emerson played this year. And again, you get to A.J. Green. This is a player that is obviously for them was an undrafted free agent. He certainly played above that. After that, you have a player like Thomas Graham on the roster. Thomas Graham may look like more of a prototypical nickel than the Browns have. Greg Newsome, where he totally meant it or maybe didn't totally mean it, he'd rather be on the outside as opposed to the nickel. We'll see the way that all shakes out. But if you've got to move one of these guys for either A, some cap relief, or B, some more draft capital, or C, somebody has a defensive tackle that they have dangling out there, but they need a corner. Do you look at a guy like Greg Newsome and say, you know what? Martin Emerson's making less. Martin Emerson is maybe already on the same level that Greg is. It gives us an extra draft choice. And what we've seen, from the Browns is they seem to do well in the cornerback market. They are never out of the cornerback market. So just putting themselves back into it while maybe filling another hole is certainly something that you've got to look at with eyes wide open. And if it does turn out to the fact that, Greg Newsome doesn't truly want to be in the slot, then maybe you do have an issue and maybe you can find a way to, fix some holes elsewhere by moving on from somebody. For me right now, I think it's a great problem to have. I truly do. And the way you saw it last year, most of the time, there were a lot of games where we only had 2 out of the 3 to start anyway. But, again, this is all stuff. And again, I know everybody wants to see what's going to happen. Combine about a month away, which is really where the offseason talking points pick up. But the Browns have a lot of avenues to, look into pursuing, switching up the roster and improving on some rooms that's certainly needed.